Jerez. Day 3 of winter testing brought the best conditions and saw the fastest lap times, the quickest, over a second faster than anything on days 1 and 2. It also saw the biggest crowds, and they'd come to see one man in particular. Fernando Alonso was in his overalls for the first time this week and went straight into action. Ferrari's solid start to testing underlined by their early attachment of aero sensors. Alonso did stop once on track, but again it was Red Bull who had the biggest reliability headaches. Daniel Ricciardo waited 3 hours to get out, and when he did, failed to complete a lap. He'd eventually get 3 on the board before the team abandoned running for the day. Mercedes had another trouble-free day. Lewis Hamilton completed 62 laps. He'd finished third on the timesheet behind Felipe Massa and McLaren rookie Kevin Magnussen, whose teammate Jenson Button had been quickest in the morning. But the most significant F1 news of the day came from Grenoble in southern France, with confirmation Michael Schumacher was being woken from his coma. News greeted particularly warmly at Ferrari.
Obviously it's a very good news, you know, that slowly they will try to wake up him, and you know, we all hope and we all pray every day that that wake up will be a happy one.
You had good feedback from Kimi, and what would you say about the development potential of the car looking ahead?
Plenty of things to do. Obviously we are in a very early phase of the car, so every lap we do, we understand new things, we discover new things, so the priority is to do as many laps as possible, because that information is very welcome. A nice feeling to get back in the car after a few months that we were not able to run, and obviously simulator give you an idea, but it's always a video game, let's say, so it's nice to be back on the car with some spectators also around, which is always very nice. Not really paying too much attention to the rivals at the moment. We have so many things going on in our garage that we are fully concentrated on that. Obviously will be better if we arrive to Australia and they still have some problems, but I think they have plenty of time, and this is just the first test. I think in the pre-season tests we always have some problems of understanding the car. Sometimes they are more public, sometimes less. For them maybe it's a little bit more public this time, but plenty of time to recover, so let's concentrate in our work.
How strong a package is this Williams with the Mercedes engine in particular? Renault are having problems.
I think is a good feeling, you know, what I feel today. It was the first day I drove a different engine in my career in Formula 1, and I'm very happy the feeling I had with the Mercedes. They are very professional, they know what to do, and I think that can be a very good start, but also a very good job during the season. So I'm happy to have a Mercedes on the car.
Good news coming from Grenoble today. How confident are you now that Michael will make that recovery?
I'm really looking forward for that. Really follow everything is happening with him, and praying every day to him. I mean, as a brother, as a friend, and you know, I think it's important that you know, these things start to happen now, and we just need to believe that he will be strong, you know, to get back and to wake up, and you know, really looking forward for that. I hope the best for him, and I will keep praying every day for him.
Yeah, Michael is still part of the family, and obviously this is a big disaster for all of us, and hopefully that's good news. I don't have too much medical insight, but it sounds promising, and we are keeping all our fingers crossed.
The team have kept a dignified silence, if you like, over this situation, largely out of respect for Michael Schumacher's family, but you carried out a message of support on the car. You have been doing that, and how has this been felt during this whole period within the team itself?
Yeah, we thought about it, you know, and I think so many people were jumping on every little bit of information. I think at that moment you have to be dignified and not talk about things you don't really understand, and we kept it. We did it in our way. We left a little message for him, and this is just to reflect that we are thinking about him.
We hope things continue to progress in a positive manner. But to get back to events on track, it's been a very strong start for Mercedes. Have you ticked every box? Have you got everything you wanted out of testing thus far? So bar the little upset with Lewis Hamilton with that front wing, but even that was fixed very quickly.
Yeah, that was fixed very quickly. It was a big joint effort. Bits were being flown back and forth from the UK. Satisfying. I think we're just very early days, and testing is running well so far. Yesterday we did 97 laps. We did another 60 or 62 today, which is very promising considering the car is all new. And yeah, I would say it's a promising start, but nothing to be extremely happy or extremely worried about.
What can you tell me about the expectations within Mercedes this year? A lot of preparation and investment has gone into building towards this year. Can you keep this momentum up? How determined are the team to make 2014 a Mercedes championship year?
The team is extremely determined. This is what we have been working for since a couple of years. The team and HPP, our engine partner, we have been trying to, get together. And so I'm very delighted that this season has finally started. And yeah, let's see.
Are you working with the other Mercedes teams as well who've also made a strong start? Jenson Button talked about the good level of cooperation, but I mean, you're competitors as well, so how does that balance out?
At the moment, it's important that every Mercedes engine-powered team does a lot of miles, because obviously we exchange information, and as an engine supplier, we understand much more the more miles we do. And this is important. So there is a constant exchange of opinions and just to make the engine more reliable.
Sure, an Austrian national, but and a German speaker. One of the few words of German I know is Schadenfreude, which I think means taking pleasure at others' misfortune. What have you made of Red Bull's struggles right now? And is that a positive sign for you, or do you expect them to recover quickly from this difficult situation they're in?
First of all, I expect them to recover quickly, and the other thing is we as old sportsmen, and as I said before, it's very early days. You can't say anything. They seem to struggle a little bit with their powertrain or with the engine, and they're gonna recover. I'm 100% sure.
You're Executive Director, Head of Motorsport here. It's been remarked that you don't have a team principal now. Obviously, Ross has departed. You spoke about what a contribution he's made over the last couple of days at the circuit. McLaren Mercedes don't have a team principal either. Do you think that's becoming a rather outmoded concept in Formula One, an old-style team boss?
We have discussed that many times, and for me, the terminology of team principal is when the big iconic founders, Frank Williams and Ron Dennis, have been running those teams, and these were organizations with 100 or 200 people. Nowadays, we are 600 or 700, and it needs various competences and skills, and this is why we have shaped our organization like we did, and some others will follow, I guess.
So you mean more additions? Are you happy with the command structure you've got? Because I hear Martin Whitmarsh might be available.
We are happy with our current management structure.
Okay, thank you very much. But just finally then, how confident can you be, and what's the best way to build on this strong start you've made? I mean, you've got to keep your foot on the accelerator all the way through pre-season testing, I guess.
Yes, it's about reliability at the moment. Performance is not the priority, and I guess this is what we are looking now, and we want to take every day as it comes and do the best out of it.
Do you think you pretty much mastered it straight away, Kevin? Were you surprised how comfortable it was?
I would say I was surprised that it's a lot of power, and I thought that would be more difficult to handle. But I think Mercedes has done a good job, and the car feels positive. So yeah.
You don't set much store by the times, but is it nice to see your name up at the top? Is it a nice precedent to set?
We all prefer to be at the front, but not at winter testing. It doesn't really matter. It's at this moment we're working hard at trying to get on top when it matters. So we'll see.
You changed over with Jenson today. What have your conversations with him been like, and how helpful has he been to you thus far?
Well, I've followed his testing so far, and tried to understand as much as possible out from his comments and his feedback from the car. So I think so far it's been really good. I've learned, I think we've all learned a lot about the car already, which is very positive, because I think we all expected to have more problems. Quite positively surprised by reliability so far. But yeah, I think all in all pretty positive.
Yeah, challenging day, obviously. Not as much running as I wanted and as the team wanted. So from that point of view, a difficult day. Although, you know, first few impressions in the new car, in the new, you know, era of Formula One.
Is it weird to drive? All these things spinning up behind you and brake-by-wire and all of this talk.
It's definitely, you know, very different to, you know, what I last rolled out on in Brazil. A very different kind of feeling and sensation. But, you know, I've only done one like normal or lap which you can really use for something. The rest was a lot of constant speed stuff and installing. So like I said, it was a tough and challenging day for us, and I'm sure, you know, from these cars there's more to come, and you know, we're by far not at the end of what these cars can deliver and show.
So it was another strong day for Ferrari and Mercedes powered cars, but another day of struggle for Renault engine ones, in particular Red Bull. Their team principal Christian Horner and chief designer Adrian Newey have flown back to Milton Keynes. Are they heading back to the drawing board? Bye for now.